Well, you're an intelligent guy with very reasonable points, so you deserve all the credit that you've gotten. But you are also honest. Like these are your actual opinions, and this is your actual perspective. The real problem with someone like Ann Coulter or someone like many of these other people that I see out there that we don't even have to name is that they're hustlers.
Yeah.
They've found an in. You know, there's an in for a certain type of conservative person. There's an in for a certain type of democratic person. There's an in for a certain. There's pro-women people that don't give a fuck about women. They're bullshit artists.
Absolutely.
You know, they're supposed feminists when they're just narcissists. There's a lot of that out there. There's men's rights activists that really only care about finding this way into a group of people where if you have their support, there's just a large conglomeration of them and you can sort of take them in as your fans.
Do you feel
like
it? Do you feel like that died down a little bit, the men's rights activist thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there were maybe 3 years ago it was very big, and then now it's kind of tapering off.
I have a bit about it.
Yeah, you got a lot of shit from them, right? Didn't they?
What shit? You know, having them be upset at me, I don't give a fuck. But my bit was that every men's rights activist I ever met, I just want to grab them and go, dude, we got them all. Shut the fuck up.
We run everything. Well, or almost everything.
The whole idea is that not that I don't think men should have rights, but it's just we've got them.
Yeah.
And that my thing in the bit was, what if women started paying attention to the things men actually did? When they started going, hey, we just realized you guys caused all the war. Every single war ever. And like, if you imagine if women caused all the war, we'd be like, whoa, we got to kill these fucking crazy bitches. All they want to do is go to war. Like,
this was in your most recent special, right? Yeah, that's great. And that's well thought out.
There were some of them that were upset at me, but like that's a pretty bulletproof argument. Like the only men's rights argument that's legitimate is divorce laws.
Sure, I agree with that.
And when it comes to alimony, and when it comes to child support, and when it comes to child custody.
Yeah, I actually totally agree with that.
There are men that get fucked over, and I know guys that have gotten fucked over in that regard. And you know what? Courts tend to side towards the mother, and if the mother's deceptive, and if the mother is, you know, they'll say something like he beats the kids, or I think he might have done something sexual to the kids. And there's women have done horrible things like that, and they've done that to get more money, or they've done that to get custody, or they've done that for spite. But this is a matter of the courts being designed to or the system being designed to protect kids and protect the mother who needs to get money to be able to take care of the children because there's a lot of fucking shitty deadbeat dads. Now, if there were no deadbeat dads, if men always paid child support, then this would be far less of an issue.
Yeah,
the issue the reason why women can exploit it is because so many men were pieces of shit.
Sure.
It created this need for some sort of some sort of law that's set, something that's set to protect children and to protect women with that get custody.
Yeah, and now it looks like with the divorce issue and everything, the pendulum swung a little too far in the other direction, and there's like this default setting, which is actually not too good for the guy.
No,
I know the guy you're talking about, too, because I saw that podcast a long time ago. I think it was one of the people you work with on news radio or something. Right?
That's just one of them. That's just one of them. I know many people that have been fucked over by divorce. And, you know, and look, I have a good friend of mine who I've talked about him on the podcast before. He has been divorced for 14 years. He has been married to a new woman for 12 years. He still pays alimony. Not only does he still pay alimony, he pays alimony to a tune of more than $100,000 a year to a woman that he doesn't have sex with anymore.
So he can't retire.
He cannot retire. This woman has a boyfriend. She lives in his old house, my friend's old house. She owns the house now. They don't have any children. This is the idea that he fucked her so hard she can't work again. Like, she's not 80 years old, man. I mean, she's now in her 50s.
That's almost like indentured servitude.
It's fucking insane.
Like, you have to give me $100,000
for
a year.
life. He's giving, well, it's tapered down to, like, I think it's now like $150,000 a year. But at one point, he was paying her $250,000 a year, and he's paid her that for 14 fucking years now. 14 years. He's been married to a new woman for 12. He has a family. And he has to send money to this lady he doesn't talk to anymore. Like, she can't move on with her life.
And if he doesn't, he gets locked up.
If he doesn't, he goes to jail. Yeah. I mean, and he's trying to go to court, and she fights it, and she lives with her boyfriend, and when they send people over to check, the boyfriend puts his stuff in a fucking U-Haul, drives around the block, waits, and then comes back.
So what if, let's say he loses his job and he can't find another job for whatever reason, and
he's fucked.
He just owes the money no matter what, and there's you can't go back in front of a court and they can take it down or whatever. No,
that's a good question. I mean, you'd have to go to court, and a judge would have to agree, but he's a successful man. That's part of the problem, is he's not going to be a loser. He's an ambitious guy. He does really well. He works very hard. He works 10, 12 hours every day, and he has forever. And he's good. He's smart. He's good at his job. And because of this, he has to pay this woman that he doesn't fuck anymore forever. That's crazy, man.
It's a nightmare.
Crazy.
That's a nightmare.
But
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. It's like she's not in a hospital bed. It's not like she can't work. It's like she's totally capable of making a living.
And she now has probably 4 or 5 plastic surgeries. She's the person we were talking about earlier
I
who
don't
overdid
know.
the plastic surgery.
I don't even know. I mean, maybe she went
She fits
the
the profile.
yoga route. Maybe she went the opposite. I don't know. But the idea that my friend has to pay her, and every now and then, we'll talk about it. I'm like, you still have to pay her? And you just go,
oh my goodness.
he's got a family. He's got a wife, and he has children with this new woman, and he's happy, and he still has to pay, what is that, $2,000 a week? $2,000 plus a week.
That's just an absolute nightmare.
It's hilarious.
So
here's a check for $2,000. Lady I don't even know anymore.